Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. We got some news for you today about the Buccaneers. They are going to be playing the Seattle Seahawks in Germany. The face-off will be the first ever regular season game played in Germany. It's going to happen November 13th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, the Week 10 game will be played at the 75,000-seat Allianz Arena. This is going to be an interesting game as far as fans is concerned because the Seattle Seahawks, per NFL data, have the second most popular NFL team fan base in Germany. That includes the German Seahawkers chapter that has 1,316 dues-paying members. That represents about 10% of the Seahawkers worldwide. That is the fan club for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is the fourth time that the Buccaneers have played in the NFL's International Series of Games. They've previously all played in London. This will be the first time that Brady has played against the Seattle Seahawks since beating them in Super Bowl 49. 28-24 he beat them. That was in the conclusion of the 2014 season. Of course, the Seattle Seahawks is not the same team. I don't think there's a single member on that team anymore that was in that Super Bowl. As you know, the quarterback Russell Wilson has now gone to the Denver Broncos. So it's a totally different team that Tom Brady will be facing. But it is the first time that he has faced them since beating them in Super Bowl 49. Another interesting thing, Tom Brady will be the first quarterback in NFL history to start an NFL game in 3 foreign countries. He's played 2 games in the United Kingdom, 1 game in Mexico, and this game will be in Germany. So that is very interesting as far as Tom Brady just setting records every time he steps on the field. I'm not a big fan of these international games. A lot of it is because I'm biased. The Buccaneers have not won one yet. And in the 2011 season, when we played against the Bears in London, that was the last game of Raheem Morris's tenure, basically. The team fell apart at that game. There was rumors that there was a big fight on the airplane on the way over there. The team performed horribly in that game when our season was great, especially coming off of the 2010 season where we almost made the playoffs. And the 2011 season, we were looking really good. But after that game in London against the Bears, we just fell apart. And it was some of the worst football I've ever seen in my life going after that game. And it just looked like the team just totally gave up. So I'm not a big fan of these international teams. I don't know what happened on that airplane ride. Still trying to figure it out. But not a big fan of it. Not looking forward to this game. Now, the full NFL schedule will be released May 12th. That's next Thursday. So we'll know everything about who we're playing, when we're playing, and hopefully we'll be able to start getting single-game tickets as well. Now, the Buccaneers have got some undrafted guys coming in. They've been invited to the rookie camp. We've got wide receiver Jalen Redd of Oregon, Cam Brown, wide receiver of Coastal Carolina, Akil Glass, quarterback, Alabama A&M. Heard a lot of good stuff about him. Devontae Love-Taylor, offensive lineman from FSU. Ryan Bowman, defensive lineman from Washington. Keyshawn Camp, defensive lineman from Pittsburgh. And Kyler Scott, guard out of Iowa. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, and also we have defensive lineman Deontay Knight. He's Canadian football player, so that's going to be interesting. Also, a kicker from the Gamecocks, Parker White. So we'll see if any of those guys make the roster. The National Football League's yearly Voice of the Fan report for the 2021 season came out, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers once again were voted the number 1 in overall customer service experience and stadium technology. The Buccaneers have now been awarded the top spot 4 years in a row and 8 in the last 10 seasons. That's awesome. Buccaneers are just a great team from top to bottom. The chief operating officer, Brian Ford, said that Our priority is always to exceed the expectations of our season pass members every time they attend an event at Raymond James Stadium. And I will have to say, I love the stadium. I've been to quite a few NFL stadiums, and by far, Raymond James Stadium is the best. It's fun. It's just a fun place. Man, I tell you what, the club level is awesome. Love it. The Buccaneers season ticket members, along with all the other season ticket members across the league, were surveyed as part of the study to conduct the Voice of the Fan report and analysis. More than 1,000 match attendees were a part of the study. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's pretty neat. We're just number one in everything. NFC South news. Grady Jarrett, defensive lineman for the Atlanta Falcons, has signed a $51 million contract with the Falcons. So he's going to be staying with the Atlanta Falcons for quite a while, and that sucks because he's really good. I think he's one of the most underrated defensive players in the league. I would have liked to have seen him gone somewhere else, but hey, he's back at the Falcons. The New Orleans Saints have signed Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They've officially reached an agreement for a 3-year, $33 million contract, including $18 million fully guaranteed. Now, if you remember when we won the Super Bowl, Tyrann Mathieu and Tom Brady went at it. They had some words, so it's going to be fun to see that rivalry get back up with the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You just got to love the getting in the face rivalry stuff. That's just good. It just gets the blood flowing. You got the Mike Evans and the cornerback over there. They hate each other. They always got some lift going. You've got our center, Jensen. He's just always fighting with everybody. You just love to see stuff like that. So it's going to be an interesting year coming up. And that's about it for Bucs news. We'll see what we got going on tomorrow. But until then, go Bucs.